that can play in the trees. You're like, my hero's not doing anything. Why does this hero have 500 HP? So, yeah, I'm still going to put some faith in Hoodwink position 4. I think the item build on position 4 should be Veil, amplify some damage into Etherlands, possibly scale later on. So if I see those two items, I'm going to go with Hoodwink.
Yeah, I'm going with Hoodwink also because, I mean, China, best region, picking Hoodwink. North America, second best region, clearly. And MSS has been playing a lot of Hoodwink, so I'll go LGD. Black? Nodding in approval. That's an LGD. Lizard?
I'm going with the other 4 heroes, not necessarily just the Hoodwink.
All right, fine. Still LGD. Uh-oh, B-Cop. You know what time it is. Is it time to... Wait, we got some elephants now. Well, whatever. It's up to you, B-Cop. What do you want to do?
You know, the thing just becomes that FY, when he plays Snapfire, he averages about 2 sentry purchases, 3 sentry purchases. And if you're paying attention to dpc.pwesports.cn/fun, the question is, who's going to buy more sentries, or it will be a draw. And now Hoodwink kind of throws this all up in the air. You know, I researched the last 20 games for both these players and was looking at how many sentries they averaged.
Oh, he went deep.
Man,
I went really
deep.
serious on this one. I don't know why.
I'll give you the solo camera then if you want to monologue about this.
I'll choose
take it
LGD,
away.
I guess. I mean, how many does Hoodwink buy sentries?
Probably.
Couple.
Please?
Yeah.
More than 2?
More than 2?
3?
More than 2
Early
is
game?
okay. Yeah,
Gotta go in the game to find out. Take it away.
All right, I'll go into the game. I'll figure it out. This is going to be a good one. This is the series in the last season that really decided a lot. And I'm interested to see how it goes. Oh, look at that. We've already got our TZ on the cliff.
On the cliff. It's right there. It's where he belongs.
Ah,
He belongs in EG. He belongs on a cliff.
China understands the memes. You know, people underestimate the meme value of this region, where most of the players in the game right now are Golden Arkosh supporters. And you've got our TZ on the cliff.
How long does this spray stay? For like 30 seconds?
Forever. It's just permanent. Man. So we'll see. Oh, Hoodwink already has a sentry in...
Yeah, but it's not his sentry. If you take a closer look, it's actually Y who bought that sentry.
Oh, God. I've been baited.
You got to pay attention to the details, B-Cup.
Wait, what is the question? Purchased or
it's
placed?
like holding it or placed.
It's purchased. Oh, God. I got baited.
So yeah, this bot, I want to see how Hoodwink plays. Starts with Bushwhack, 1.5 stun duration, 75 damage, and he's going for Medallion, first item. I don't mind that either. They have some physical damage. Snapfire, Raid King, Lashrak Edict. So it's okay. Like Solar Crest is definitely the best item, even though after the nerfs. Red Panda on the bottom will body block the big camp. Make sure that they can't pull that, kind of securing the safe lane for Eurus. Mid lane, Somnus on Lashrak against Nothing to Say Ember Spirit. Nothing to Say Ember Spirit has been pretty impressive throughout the first season, second season as well. But definitely, I want to see what maybe can do, how much pressure he can get with this Lashrak to go to the top lane. Ton of damage. Like, I see Snapfire starting with... Oh, what? Fake hype?
Yeah. Sorry.
Okay. Back to the top lane. FY. I see Scatterblast, Fire Snap, Cookie build on Snapfire and then putting 3 points in Little Shredder. So you have a bit more presence. Because level 1, Little Shredder is really not strong. It's 20 fixed damage, 6 shots, so it's 120 physical with the minus armor reduction. Depends how much armor they have. Can't do the math right now. Could be a bit too complicated for every single hero. Yeah. But I like this. I like the Scatterblast, Fire Snap, Cookie, and then 3 points in Little Shredder.
Yeah, you know, you've got that combination. Scatterblast slow, Hoof Stomp, put the cookie on there. You're starting to line up all this lockdown. It's a little bit of a more advanced Centaur Rubik lane.
Yang has perfect CS. He has 14 CS, bought the Ring of Health 2.5 minutes in. So this lane, I don't think he dies. I don't think they can get a kill, even though any stun paired up with Ancient Apparition sounds good, but I believe it's a bit too much. His strength gain is insanely high, 4.6 per level.
Faith Beyond's also having a perfect lane too. 16-3. Using this God's Rebuke, getting that CS. Level 3 for Faith Beyond. Jinkyu going into the Acorn shot in the Bushwhack. Let's see if they can make something happen here, because this is also a lot of lockdown if they put it together. They don't.
I feel Bushwhack misses sometimes when it shouldn't.
That looked like it kind of went right through.
Yeah, it feels inconsistent.
Fire Snap Cookie on both Ame and Y.
This hero doesn't deal damage. It has 54 damage on level 2 with 2 stats. So that means 52 with physical damage reduction. Right now rating 23, so that's 1/4 of it. Like, you actually deal no damage whatsoever. You're kind of tickling him.
Little spear action coming in from Faith Beyond. He's gone 2-1 so far. Rotation from Jinkyu over towards mid. He's got just enough gold for his boots. And he'll try to make something happen. We'll see if he could set something up. The problem is, he's under vision. He's at least just securing that water rune for nothing to say.
Somnus is full HP. He's just there to control the rune. They can't get the kill on Lashrak. A bit too tanky. Hoodwind early on does not deal enough damage. Like, the lane presence of this hero is really not strong.
Spear coming in. Just, again, Faith Beyond, top of the CS. Like, he's really anchoring it down here.
One of the reasons why I'm not big fan of Hoodwink is model, the way Hoodwink looks. Because, like, check Mars. Mars, huge guy. You're kind of afraid what he's going to throw at you.
Oh, nothing to say. Getting low here. Ooh, Flame Guard just surviving. He's looking for the Searing Chains on Somnus under the tower, but he wasn't able to land him, and now he has to go all the way back.
Yeah, no one died, so that means no one can refill the bottle.
Dire's middle tower.
So far, so good for Elephant. With a 1k lead, they do finally land the Acorn shot with Bushwhack, landing a spear. Eurus, though, just not taking that much damage from Jinkyu at all. So this leaves nothing to say. Now at level 5, he's about to hit that 6. But Somnus has had some free time here, trying to line up the stun. Will get it, throws a Remnant back, but the Pulse Nova doing so much damage here on a nothing to say. Fire Snap Cookie doesn't land. Yang, though, looking over at Y. He needs to get out of dodge.
This is not a killer lane top for PSG.LGD. It's more about farming, getting Sven levels, and then he goes to the jungle. Already 3 points in Greater Cleave. Has full power threads going into Mask of Madness. Pretty standard stuff from Ame. Like, in the next minute, he should be able to just go to jungle because he will not feel safe just staying on the lane, getting too many levels on a Centaur. Centaur does not feel killable. Vanguard already done. Snapfire level 4. So, like, if you have 1 point in stun, you're definitely not going to be able to get the kill. A couple of stacks already being made by Y. And they also put an Observer Ward to protect the stacks with.
Yeah, trying to protect the stacks here for Ame, who will start to farm them. Only level 5, doesn't have the God Strength. So we'll see how careful he is. And now that he hits 6, he'll pop the God Strength, has 6 charges in that stick. And still needs to be a little bit careful just in case over mid. Somnus with the Acorn shot, the Bushwhack, Searing Chains all coming through, but nothing to say. He's eating up so much damage from the Diabolic Edict and the Pulse Nova. It makes it really difficult for him to really commit, and he's not really able to commit.
Meanwhile, Ame managed to farm those stacks. Has 4 points in Greater Cleave now, working towards the Mask of Madness. We'll stack it one more time. This is one of the best creep camps to stack. Like, you can stack it at 58 potentially.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
And he's sitting top of the net worth now on that spend. So Ame, see what he can accomplish here.
I just realized that we did not have first blood yet. 7
No,
minutes
7
in.
minutes in.
Scanning.
Just kind of waiting for an
Dire's
opportunity
top
to go
tower
and
is under attack.
get first blood. Nothing to
Dire's
say.
top tower has fallen.
Slight, and every time Somnus has been trying to time that up to get the Split Earth stun and kill. And moves over to this camp. We'll farm it up a little bit. They did use the Glyphon LGD, but still no first blood.
And this opens up the map. Like, losing the tier 1 tower on the top lane, you don't have a hero that can soak up the experience, somewhere where Hoodwink would definitely love to be. But with the early aggression, Sven moving to jungle, Centaur not killable with the Vanguard, can pretty much tank all the damage from the tower, 3 points and retaliate. So this is a big, big lead for Elephant.
So just waiting for first blood.
I'm just waiting.
It'll never come. I actually think this game's gonna end 0-0.
I don't think there was a game
That has ever
in the
ended
history of
0-0.
Dota that ended up with 0-0.
You know, it'd
we
be
had
cool.
some carries having 0-0-0,
Yeah.
losing the game. We had some heroes that had 0-0-0 while they're winning the game.
We had DUI recently go 0-0-0.
They lost that game.
Yes. Nothing to say. Still getting hit with that Pulse Nova. Just a 1K lead as Yang comes over. They're trying to secure this tier 1 over mid. See if they can make anything happen. Chilling touch. Stampede gets used on top of nothing to say. He's going to ram it
First
back, but he's
blood,
right
first
in his
blood.
soundness.
Not gonna
A
happen.
fake hype on the first blood.
I was just cheering for it. I did not want to say that it's gonna happen.
Right.
But they have to slow down. Like, this game is too entertaining right now. At least, good thing is our observer Vepes did not manage to miss a single kill. So far, 100% kill participation from Vepes.
On it right now. Stormhammer comes in and Yang just soaking up that damage. He's happy to just soak up everything. Leshrac, you know, he's top of the net worth right now. He's not too far ahead of the Sven.
I don't remember recently that we had a game with 0 kills 10 minutes in.
I don't know. Certainly been a while. Luckily, the question wasn't.
Reminds me of one of the game that, you know, tried to beat Dota but never managed to be. You know, with the lower kills, copied everything, rings a bell.
Here's the Storm.
Radiant's
No,
bottom
but
tower is
close.
under attack.
So Leshrac, Boots of Travel done, Fairy Trinket as well. Ton of magical damage coming out from Leshrac. Definitely one of the best items you can get on top of the Arcane Ring. And now he's super speedy. Boots of Travel, Wind Lace. These move speeds are incorrect. On my screen it says 345. Maybe because they want me to do the math. Like, I have to be the one doing the math while we're casting.
They always want you doing math. This is a 3K lead from Elephant.
Radiant are scared.
The
Yeah,
pacifist
because of all
game.
the kills that they got.
Yeah.
Radiant's middle tower is
If you
under
guys
attack.
have just joined us, it's been a bloodbath so far.
It's very hard to keep track
Oh, Red
of
Panda.
what's happening. Red Panda has
Bushwick.
ulti, not the easiest one to get the kill on.
Yeah, he's just going to pop that borrowed time and...
Yeah.
I mean, that
he
could
should
count
play
as a kill.
passive for the next minute. Just try not to invade the jungle or anything until borrowed time is back up again.
I think that should count as a kill. Borrow time.
And they got him once.
Yeah.
Same goes for Raid King.
Yeah. If you kill his reincarnation, that should count on the scoreline, which they might do right here. Ice Blast coming in.
That's a kill.
That's a
this
kill.
is technically
1-0. First
1-0.
blood. Luckily, our boy Wepos not missing it. Like you said, you know, on it.
Oh,
Ooh,
dodges the
oh.
cookie. Let's
Dodges
see
the
if
cookie.
he can
Mortimer's Kiss
sidestep
is
this
coming
one.
in. First blood. You were chanting it, TP. Oh, he got out. But why? He doesn't. All right. First
Finally,
blood there
12
for
minutes
Somnus.
in, we got it. We got the
Ladies
kill
and gentlemen,
on the board.
We got it.
Great impact from Hoodwink this game, I gotta say.
Yeah.
I don't feel like this here, like, it's one of those games that I thought, like, the hero doesn't do anything. I think the hero kind of thrives in chaos, where there's so much stuff happening on the map. You get a kill, maybe your offlaner dies, you get some levels, get that level 6 faster, maybe your mid makes a rotation, you're on the mid lane, collecting the XP, getting some farm. Now Medallion done, has Keen Optic. This hero definitely needs a cast range, because feels bad, you need to be very close, and with the 760 HP with Magic Wand on level 5. Kind of feels bad. Strength gain, 2 per level.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
I think we could change the primary attribute of the Hoodwink. I don't think it has to be agility. Can be intelligence or strength, I wouldn't mind.
You think so?
Yeah.
Huh? Oh, Remnant forward. Ice Blast. But
Good
Fire
Cookie to
Snap
dodge.
Cookie dodges it away. Yang getting
Stampede
a
in 3.
little bit low. There's the ulti. They'll get the break, but they've got themselves the Aphotic Shield. They'll land the stun. Second blood. Second blood. They've got the spear. They'll land it on Somnus. They'll get the kill. They'll even the game up at 1. And now Red Panda, he's been caught, but he's got the borrowed time. They're all around him, though. And everybody loved First Blood so much that we got second and third
Yeah, we
blood.
got 3 kills already on board. Yeah, good fight from PSG.LGD.
Yeah.
Like, they use Arena, even though AA ulti does not connect on a Centaur. Nice cookie dodge there. Still going on a Centaur could be a bit tricky. He's super farmed. Good Vanguard, getting closer to the Blink Dagger, so it's going to be much easier for them to initiate. The big timing for them is Eurus having his ulti up again and having that Radiance. Ideally, you would want to have level 2 ultimate, but if it's online, it doesn't really matter that much.
So now they've cut into that lead. Just 2K now. They got some kills. They brought it back. They've done it. At least for now.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
It's
attack.
not even
All
my
right. Little
birthday.
bushwhack landing.
I guess it could be.
Like you said, though, I don't really feel much of this impact from the Hoodwink just yet.
Can't really judge,
It's hard
considering how
to
this game is being played at the moment. Both teams very passive. And now going into Maelstrom, okay. Still, if you can manage
Radiant's bottom
to buy
tower
the
is
item,
under attack.
like you're gonna get a ton of farm with it, very annoying. Later on, upgraded.
Will spread thrice.
Eurus, he's just going for this Radiance. He really hasn't been bothered much this game. Sven is up there in net worth towards the top by 1,400. So he just continues to farm, and he's going into the BKB.
Definitely needs one, because there's so much kite potential. 1, 2, 3, 4 stuns, actually, so needs to be able to go in and deal damage. Red Panda.
3 heroes getting chased back as they smoke up. They've got Stampede if they want to catch them,
Dire are
but
scanning.
they don't use it, as Red Panda kind of just running at them like, no, 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 fight me. I mean, that was literally what Red Panda wanted. It's like that scene in Men in Black, where he's yelling, "Eat me." Instead, Red Panda's going, "Kill me."
I gotta be honest, I did not watch that movie.
It's a classic.
I know it's a classic, but
You
never
know,
watched it.
You've got the Ember over there. You had the Mars. He was running away as well. And then you've got the girl who's reading about
You're talking about the old
Radiant's
astrophysicist
Man in
over
Black,
here.
right?
Yeah.
Because there's a remake.
There was the international one or something like that. I don't know. Just the original one was the great one.
Hollywood needs to step up. Like, we need to get fresh, new ideas.
New
instead of
concepts.
just, yeah, exactly. Instead of just, well, why don't we remake this?
Well, because we just remade it last year. So?
Is there a movie that has, like, the old one from, like, 60s, 70s, then one from the 90s remake, and now we're probably making one in 2020, 2021?
Not that had a most recent like that, but the movie with Will Smith, the zombie one,
I'm Legend?
I Am Legend, was a remake of a remake. It was Omega Man, and then it was The Last Man on Earth, and then they remade that into I Am Legend.
Okay. So back to the game. Philly Stone,
Ooh.
found by Elephant. That's pretty hype.
It's one of the hypest things to have. Hype it up a little. Philly Stone, can I get a little bit
Philly
of...
Stone, yeah, like this item.
There we go.
If you need an item, if you need something
Radiant's
that
bottom
can
tower
change the
is
game,
under attack.
Philly Stone is the item. Potentially, some of the mid laners can hold it. Zeus, Thinkers, off laners like a Darkseer. Most of the time, it's your position 4 that you want to give the farm to. So I believe Snapfire will take it. And there we see it. FY, Philly. Because Little Shredder, you can still deal damage. It's a fixed damage shot. You don't have that 20 talent, so you don't care about the minus armor. Minus damage, apologies.
Right.
I've been too focused on this game, so if I slip up a couple of words, don't mind me.
I won't. Try not to.
Jin Q, he's one of my favorite, even though I should not be biased, definitely one of my favorite position 4 players, because I'm also a 4 player, and I love his innovative style. He's always very greedy, going into that Maelstrom. Wants to be able to scale. Like I remember his Earthshakers, his Dark Willow with the Octarine cores, first season Shaker, Shard, Octarine core, Blink Dagger as well.
Chatty's being biased, get him. He said he didn't want to be biased, but then, you know, a lot of compliments came out after that. Yeah, that sounds like bias to me. Although I do agree. I think JinQ's really innovative. When the Dota pit seasons were
Ren
happening.
has BKB, let's see if he decides to pop it.
Radiant's bottom tower
Okay,
is under
holds it.
attack.
And he's fine.
Too speedy. If he needed to pop Mask of Madness just for a bit of an extra move speed, that could have been done, but never feel threatened. The only thing he cares about is this instant initiation coming up from the Centaur.
Going on a Red Panda, looking to pop the borrowed time. Ooh, ulti. Okay.
Not even close. Like,
No.
not nowhere close where Abba was.
There's close, and then there's that.
Yeah, the big difference.
Oh, yeah.
So Sharpshooter, it's also a break mechanic, so you could potentially break Mortal Strike. You can break
Radiant's
Abba, then he
bottom
needs to
tower is
manually
under attack.
click. The other day, we were talking about the manual breeding. If you think about
Do
it,
this to me again.
yeah, like
I can't manual breathe again for this long.
you need to click it. Sometimes you forgot about it. It's not going to automatically do it. So click that breathe button. Smoke from PSG.LGD. Blink Dagger on Mars available, so it's going to be much easier for them to start a fight.
Oh man, just
Radiant's
in the
middle
front
tower
here.
is under attack.
His
Dire's
Eurus.
top
He's got the
tower
Aphotic
is under
Shield. He'll
attack.
just stand there. They won't take that
Rune of
tier 1
invisibility.
over mid.
Not the target that they want to go on. Like,
No.
this is definitely not the target, especially because they see Abba. He's sitting behind him.
Spear lands. Okay, Ice Blast coming in. Can they get the first life out of the hands of Eurus? He does have that level 2 on the reincarnation. It looks like he will shatter, and he does. Red Panda pops the borrowed time. They've got the second life out of Eurus. The blink as well as the host coming in. They've got themselves the stun as well as the stampede with BKB and Bob by Ame. Now they'll go after the Centaur. So they'll find themselves a kill onto Yang. They got themselves
did it
one of the
nicely. Very
reincarnation.
nice execution from PSG.LGD. Like, they go in, last track, spear
Oh, good
was not
Yules.
available.
And then the split earth, they get the stun, bushwhack, and the spear landing on Eurus, but they still don't save Faith Beyond, so both offlaners die. Remnant back from nothing to say. Needs to be careful, not a lot of mana to work with, no charges left on the Remnants. Fire Snap Cookie a little bit short,
It's
but
a
it does
flying
slow.
horse.
Nothing to say. So they get the soul, they get the stun, the Scatter Blast is there from FY, and he'll kill off this Ember.
Overextended after getting 1 kill and reincarnation off Raid King plus a tower. Unfortunately, there was no spear available for Mars, so he blinks in, uses the God's Rebuke, 3 seconds on a spear to use it aggressively, push back Leshrac. I thought that they're like not try to go on Raid King, but they use their spells pretty much perfectly there. Just kiting, arena, he respawns, Red Panda low on HP, forced to get out with the Stampede. They're still gonna get a Centaur, earlier BKB pop by Ahmed there in that fight. So surprised that they decided to take another one. Maybe if he had not used it, and we can see that again, no spear available, will pay with his life.
Radiant
Yeah,
structures
Mortimer's
are
Kisses come out.
fortified.
He burns out.
Radiant's
Somnus
bottom
gets the
tower
kill
is
there.
under attack.
A little bit of a slight Ice Blast going
Radiant's
into
bottom tower is
across the
falling.
Roche pit. Sure. Ame going into the Satanic.
It's just a lot of damage. Satanic feels one of the
Radiant's
best items in the strength
is under
heroes.
attack.
Certain strength heroes. 80 damage. 200% lifesteal, applies a basic dispel. Undispellable, I think that's the biggest part, because before someone pops a Satanic, you use Yule Scepter, Nullifier, Oracle, like whatever. There's so many things that could potentially purge it off. And it makes it more tanky. It's not just lifesteal, it's actually 80 damage. In terms of gold, what do you think how much gold is 80 damage?
80 damage.
Yeah.
Could be quite a bit. Jin Q gets into the trees, Stampede, TP. Ooh. Yours had spotted him for a moment. 80 damage. What's the equivalent?
6's damage is Sacred Relic, so 3,800.
About 5,000?
Around,
I would
like,
say.
yeah. I would say 46, 4,700.
I rounded up. Just to 5,000.
So 3-3, 2k gold lead for Elephant at the moment. Not a single Roche killed yet. A bit of a slower game, one of the slowest one we've definitely seen in Season 2.
I would almost go as far as to say right now, ever. Kills per
Maybe?
minute, for me at least. And I don't know. I'd actually fact check that.
You're a Chinese expert. You've been casting Chinese Dota for a couple of years.
Too long. No, not long
And you
enough,
don't
actually.
remember seeing a 3-3 score.
Ooh, maybe back when I was doing like DPL Season 1, but I can't remember that far back. I don't even remember what I had for breakfast. I didn't have breakfast. 2k lead right now for Elephant. Nothing to say. He's going into that Ags. And,
Because you're just farming creeps, and so means you're not gonna be as farmed as per usual. You get gold from killing heroes. For people out there thinking, where does gold come from? Passive gold income, creeps, towers, Roshan, a lot of different ways to earn gold. But feels like both teams, they don't want to get gold from killing the heroes. Fate Beyond jumps in, BKB available.
Now Fate Beyond, he pops his own BKB, God's Rebuke, and then the run back. Though it looks like they want to go for this Stampede. They catch nothing to say, and they'll get the kill. They have the shard on Snapfire, so that farm on FY with that Philly Stone becoming very, very
it's
useful.
definitely one of the best shards I've seen. Snapfire's also not going for the minus armor build, kind of skipping the Solar Crest and getting
And the rush.
Force Staff or getting like a Blink Dagger plus a shard, because it's a 2-second stun. And it's also a pushback, so potentially can get you out of the trouble, can set things up. Grobo also gives you extra attack range on top of your little Shredder Mark. Now he's in.
Into the arena. That comes through onto 3. The BKB's been popped by Yours, popped by Ame. They get the kill onto Yang. They'll take out the Centaur, who buys back immediately. The God Strength being popped by Ame, trying to right-click and get the kill here on the Yours. But now that he no longer has the BKB, Satanic on cooldown, he's trying to run. A Mortimer's Kiss did connect, so he slowed up for a second. They've got themselves the Wraithfire Blast. Good bushwhack. That comes with the Acorn shot, but the Blink as well.
He's gonna get bursted down.
Yang, he bought back, and they'll get the kill on Ame because of this buyback. Wraithfire Blast doing nothing to say. They're trying to line up this stun with the Yules, and they won't land it, but they do get the kill on a Y. BKB popped by Somnus, second time in this fight because it's going on so long. And Eurus, he gets Y, but they don't get more. However, with Ame dead for 52 seconds, well, Elephant.
Centaur is
Go back to
tanky,
Roche.
but when you get hit by AA Blast, Sven goes on you, you're kind of guaranteed dead. He had the buyback in that fight. They can go back inside the pit. Roshan half HP. Problem is this Wraith King. They don't have the real answer for him. I don't think they can take him down twice, especially with the BKB online, going into Havoc Halberd against Sven. Sven's job is to get in and just fast kill one hero, potentially two heroes. Someone needs to set it up, probably needs to be Mars. But if they buy back, if they can reset. So you have this Abba who kind of can't be killed unless you break him and just burst him down. You have Wraith King, which is pretty hard to take down. Now Leshrac with the Aegis. It's gonna be tough fights for PSG.LGD.
Yeah. And I wonder if this comes just this slower, more farm-oriented game. Does this come down to the fact that this is the last match of Week 5, LGD's 3-2, Elephant's 3-2, and if you can get 4 wins, if you win this series, that could be the line between major and not. And LGD already having go to a major, they need another one, they want to secure that spot. Elephant, they didn't go to the major on the last one. Like, this means so much. Every move
You
is
want
so
to see
crucial.
these players at the majors because
Yeah.
these are DI players. And look at Snapfire. She picked up Psychic Headband on top of Shard. And 2 ways
Now
of
going
pushing
Ebook.
people. Also a 4-staff potentially, so that's 3.
Bushwhack doesn't land thanks to the BKB. Yang comes in, Stampede with the double edge. He'll stop getting the kill and nothing to say. Fire Snap Cookie, but the TP's in time.
Hoodwink is too small. Like, the horse jumped over him. Didn't even see him there.
Didn't jump the shark, jump the squirrel. The American reference. Lacoste looks at me, shakes his head, doesn't understand it. I am not in the proper time zone.
But you can elaborate.
In Happy Days, it known as jumping the shark was when the Fonz jumped a shark on a motorcycle. And that was the episode that marked the downfall of Happy Days.
Which cartoon are we talking
This
about?
is not a
Happy Tree
cartoon.
Friends?
It was a sitcom.
Sitcom? Okay.
It was, I do like that show though. But yeah, Happy Days, and then the Fonz jumps the shark, and then the show got really bad. And now when a show gets really bad, they call that episode where they've jumped the shark.
I thought it was about reference when people king Slark
No,
jumped the shark.
it's like I don't know, season 4 of Game of Thrones. It's where they jump the shark. Maybe even season 3 if you want to really be that brutal.
Okay, thanks for explaining.
You got it.
You're not gonna get fired even though you elaborated. So Centaur BKB done on him. Shiny new 9-second BKB.
Ooh.
Way to protect himself against Mars Arena. Great against Sven so he can't stun you. Still Sven sitting on top of net worth.
Sentry purchased by Jinkyu.
Is that all you care about?
No. But I am happy that a lot of the gold of Snapfire, who's FY, needs to be focused on getting this Eagle Song. Because then you can't buy sentries. You just can't. Yeah, one or the other.
Red Panda is one of the few players who love to purchase an earlier gem, especially because he was handled this Philosopher's Stone. You know, older brother FY says, "I've had enough. I do not want to play with this toy anymore."
Al, you can take this. It's fine. Take this Philosopher's Stone. Get your body back. Smoke picked up by Y. Maybe looking to make something happen. He's building into a 4-staff. He's also got a gem queued up. A lot more willing to get these gems. And now Jinkyu's got Scurry Camouflage.
Good talent compared to the other one. 16 agility is okay. Maybe you would take that if you're playing a mid, but camouflage. Like, this is John Cena level 15 talent.
Right. Oh, Jinkyu taking that CS away from Ame.
We
with that
said it,
acorn
he's
shot.
a greedy player. Level 15, Maelstrom done, has Aetherland's cast range, very important on this hero. Also Grobo, a lot of synergy with the acorn shot. It applies on everything, reducing the magical damage. Then your Maelstrom procs gonna deal more damage.
It's an interesting build on this Hoodwink. This is actually the first game I've gotten to see Hoodwink from a first-person experience.
How do you like it so far?
You know, jumping the squirrel and everything. I think it's interesting seeing how this hero is going to be built, if it's going to become more of a staple in the Chinese region. I do think that if it was going to be anybody here in the DPC of China, it would have been Jinkyu. And, you know, we talked about it earlier in the game, how innovative he is. He's back when he was in the...
They're not as innovative as some European teams. OG yesterday, they tried to play Hoodwink on a mid lane with some spell amp. There was AA, Blood Rage, Veil, just to amplify that damage. Also had the Boomerang. But now he's going for Gleipnir. I love Gleipnir on the hero. They're going to find Leshrac.
They've got the arena down with the BKB pop by Leshrac. Red Panda pops the borrowed time. Split Earth doesn't land, and a shot comes out and actually lands under the Centaur. I don't know if that was who he was aiming for, but they get killing a Red Panda. They've got the Mortimer's Kisses. BKB's down, so they're going to try and chase for this. Blink, Hoop Stomp, Double Edge all come through and nothing to say, but he's got a Remnant to leave. LGD trying to disengage from this fight, and so far they've done so successfully. Sleight of Fist Searing Chains coming out onto 2, and the Acorn shot slowing down Yang and canceling that Blink probably allows Nothing to Say to leave unscathed.
Buyback from Red Panda. They get the gem back. Next Roche may respawn in a minute and 40 seconds. 13 kills, 33 minutes in.
It's a lot of kills.
Almost 1 kill per 3 minutes.
Yeah. I will say, though, it's more than 12.
It is. So Sven, Blink Dagger, done. Will make it easier to jump people in the back line. We've seen Abba. He pops the ulti. Sven 2 shots him after that. Any big items coming up?
All of them. BKB's coming out for the Ember. Sven going Daedalus next. So we'll see what Ame can get. Now you've got a Blink Dagger on that Snapfire. He's really farmed.
He is. Blink Dagger is a great setup with the shard. If people are wondering, like, what is this build?
Now the Shard really does add a different dynamic to the hero. AK lead here from Elephant, although the game certainly feels much closer than that. I don't know if the net worth is so telling of where this game is at. They'll find Red Panda again.
They try to break him.
Not sure the break is even needed, but they go to the bushwhack. Red Panda back to full health, won't make it out. Now the Remnant forward coming in for Nothing to Say. They'll use the Stampede. Remnant onto the high ground once again. They find the Yules onto the Centaur. Yang in trouble, so he pops the BKB. And whoa, Ame blinking so far forward. Oh no! Ame, what have you done? Because Ame, he's dead. Faith Beyond goes down, and you have blinked into danger, my friend.
Ame is looking at his book like, what is one of my specialties? Like, how can I throw the game potentially? And he goes for his ultimate throw. I'm gonna blink in front of 3 people who have a stun and not be able to use my BKB or none of the spells. And we can see how strong Snapfire Shard is. It's a 2-second stun with the pushback. Great way to set things up. And now they're going for the high ground. Ame has no buyback. He needs 600 gold. Right now, Nothing to Say. Trying to
the
creep
Hoodwink.
skip. Hoodwink.
1,
They
2.
lose gem.
Man, that is not what you need if you're LGD. Ame going in way too far.
Classic Ame move, right there. You know,
Yeah.
Ame has been stable, more stable in Season 2. I gotta admit that. But my man still has. Yeah, well, that's why I love Ame. This is why I love Old 11. Because you never know what can happen. They can pretty much 1 versus 5, or what he did, not necessarily win 1 versus 5, but just go in 1 versus 5. So second Roche done. Let's see if Somnus decides to pick up the shard.
Yeah, that stun could be even more devastating. And Ame just jumps in here. Kill me. They oblige. Faith Beyond
They
goes
gave
down.
shard to Centaur. We see more and more of this being picked up, not necessarily by a Roche, but Centaur going hard, going that overwhelming blink, ton of damage, a lot of synergy between these 2 items.
Now it's already, you know, all of a sudden turned into a 15K lead. I was saying that it felt a lot closer, but now things are starting to really fade off. I will say Faith Beyond, he had a perfect lane, and now his farm really hasn't escalated that much.
Yeah, they couldn't find really any openings. He had a good timing on a Blink Dagger, good laning stage, but not taking any fights with Mars just doesn't feel that good.
He does.
He wants to be active. This is Mars hero, want to be able to go around the map every single time Arena is off cooldown, go make stuff happen.
Snapfire did take the low shredder, uses attack damage. You've got Leshrac, who just took the Diabolic Edict explosions. Ooh, Stampede. Faith Beyond BKB with the spear, stuns up Somnus. He's still on the run. Charging up that shot. Hits onto the Leshrac, gets that break.
Hit anyone.
Uh-oh. Satanic pops it down to about half health, and now the BKB is gone. Wraith Fire Blast comes in. Yura's trying to get the kill. They've got the Mortimer's Kisses. Ame again. Oh, goes
This
down.
might be it. I mean, he has a buyback, but no God Strength, so the damage output is just going to be very limited.
Very limited. Backdoor. It's there. Bushwhack. Wide dead. Eurus going in. FY gets the kill. They've got the spear. They have the damage, maybe. All right, Reincarnation's gone. Now they've got 37 seconds to do it again. Bushwhack outlands. Eurus, though, he's in Viz, and they look over at the Hoodwink. They get the kill on a Jinkyu. He's going to buy back immediately. Somnus now running back with Yang. They only take the range rack so far. Spear back doesn't land. Yang, though, with the Searing Chains, they've got themselves the Lotus Storm that bounces back the Stormhammer coming in from Ame, and now the Wraith Fire Blast is there. Fire Stab Cookie, Arena, Aegis gone. Yang in the front line. He's got the Aphotic Shield. Nothing to say, down to about half health. They'll look over the Centaur. They're trying to get the kill here on Yang. What can they do? BKB from Somnus, and they land the stun on Ame, but they'll commit the Centaur's ult, and they'll run away with so many heroes low. Somnus was certainly thinking about committing in, and instead, Elephant
Forcing a buyback out of Ame and Jinkyu. Like, Ame's game, he's also being forced to build an item that he does not want to build on Sven. So right now I see MKB being queued up, wants to be able to deal with evasion coming out from Radiance, coming out from the Heaven's Halberd. He's still thinking, you know, maybe I need Daedalus, it's gonna be more damage. Like, we kill Rest and then deal with the Wraith King and his evasion.
Look at this arena.
Hoodwink is a good hero against Abba, because not just about the break mechanic, you can also kill him before he can get the ulti off. So Red Panda needs to be careful about that one, manually pop it when, like, if he sees that little sharpshooter flying, needs to be quick on the finger. Same goes for Lion. A lot of Chinese teams love to have Lion against Abba. Sometimes it's the other way around, but being able to burst him with the finger so the ulti does not proc automatically. Timeless Relic found by Yang, so that's gonna be Leshrac holding it. The amount of damage, longer stun duration, especially that. Does he have a shard on Leshrac?
He does not.
He does not. They gave it to Yang instead, but definitely a good shard upgrade.
Blink forward, Wraithfire Blast, and well, Faith Beyond.
It's DD Wraith King, and he has that overwhelming blink.
Yeah, Faith Beyond blasting off again to death. And Somnus, oh, he's got yet another kill.
This Snapfire, but this, I really love this new Snapfire build. You blink in, use Scatter Blast, 2-second stun, follow it up by a cookie, 2.2 seconds. So with a bit of overlapping, it's a 4-second duration stun.
They'll try to siege the high ground once again. Acorn shot. Cut the glyph. Eurus standing his ground. He's got that overwhelming blink. Ready to go if he wants to just make a jump. Despite Searing Chains once again. They've got the racks. They've got the Bushwhack. Fire Snap Cookie ends up getting canceled because of the Bushwhack.
Yeah, interesting interaction.
Now the top tier 3 is gone. Mars up in 4. But they take the range racks again. Slight missing. And it's a 30k lead. FY for a moment. Becoming the Cliff Teasy spray. But he does get to hop down.
They have one more fight. Sven dies. If they can burst him down like they did 2 times in a row, they just don't have enough damage. And no buyback on Ahmed this time around. Used it in the previous fight.
Ame in an interesting spot. Gets that Trickster's Cloak. Stampede going after Jinkyu. He's going to be safe for a moment thanks to the Yules. Now he's backing away with BKB pop by Yang. They've got the overwhelming blink with the Wraithfire Blast. He'll pop his BKB. Mortimer's Kiss is coming in with the BKB pop by Faith Beyond. No bulwark, throws down the arena. BKB just allows Eurus to get out. Not sure that was going to matter all too much, but they get the kill on a Y. They look over as the God Strength is popped. They're looking to get this damage out, but Eurus, he's just all too strong. They've got the disarm on
And
the
he
Wraith
just
King. It
got
doesn't
stunned.
matter. There's the stun, there's the kill. Faithion, Ame going down, and Elephant. It's a big game one for them as they defeat LGD in what could be the most important series of the DPC for them.
Yeah, good showing in game number 1. One of the slowest games that we've seen. 3-4 kills, 15 minutes in.
Yeah.
But yeah, Elephant just getting the more out of the map, getting more farm, getting that timing on a Wraith King with the Radiance, just being able to have these 2 lives. And I've been very impressed by the FY. This is the old FY vibes that I'm getting from this game, you know, being very innovative with his item build.